Hello, everyone. I hope you are having some form of peace, happiness. I know for Black people, that's like trying to climb Mount Everest. Anyway, I'm just shocked that Black people in America, or should I say the majority, are caught up in confabulation. They have replaced reality with fantasy. They are inclined to believe that justice is for everyone. But that's not the way it goes. That's not the way it is. That's not the way it ever was intended to be. The situation that's going on right now in Ahmaud Arbery, the brother that was murdered, the trial of the three vigilantes, European Caucasian racists that ran this brother down and murdered him like he wasn't even a human being. You don't even chase a damn deer or a rabbit or a squirrel the way they chased him down. And the defense, they're remonstrating that they're racist. They're not trying to hide it. Georgia's known as the old dirty South. The people that's running the show behind the scenes or what have you, they're not going to change their positions. They're not going to take off their mask and welcome Black people. You ain't welcome. But you still haven't realized that you're not welcome. You're trying to force yourself in a society with people that despise you, people that want to see you in the graveyard. And they remonstrate it every opportunity they get. Now, if you read the case, Dred Scott versus Sanford, it's 1857. The United States Supreme Court ruled that Black people in America would never have the same rights, privileges, immunity, political, social, economic emancipation as white folks in this country. That's the reason Kyle Rittenhouse was acquitted. He was acquitted because he was sent on a mission. And the mission was to demonstrate that white people, they'll think twice that shows any measure of mercy for Black people. And we all know that if a white person can get away with bloody murder the way he did, then there's nothing else needs to be said. But Black people, you are recalcitrant. You don't believe something when it's right there before your eyes in living color. They have dehumanized this brother, Ahmaud Arbery. They have painted a picture as if he was the vigilante, that he killed the European Caucasian racist whites that's on trial. And they're trying to make it appear that Roddy Bryant didn't do anything but film or video the matter. And we can see from the video that that's a malicious lie. Not one time did he attempt to help Ahmaud. What he did, he accommodated the McMichaels and aiding and blocking him off, blocking him in. He didn't call the police and say that the McMichaels is out for a kill. And they got the goddamn audacity to say that they was out to make a citizen arrest. You shot this man 3 times, point blank range, with a damn shotgun. You intended to kill him. The evidence is overwhelming. They accomplished what they went out to do. They murdered that brother simply because of his black skin. This isn't anything new. They've been doing it, and they're going to continue to do it. The problem is that black people is holding on to a real hope. They hope that European racist whites will change their ways. Excuse me. Well, I'm here to tell you that's not going to happen. And you can pray all day and night. And that's another thing that disgusts me. All black people, the majority of them, know how to do is utter these words. Well, I'm going to pray about it. We need to pray about it. Prayer without action is no different than spitting in the wind. You can pray until you take your last breath, and nothing will happen unless you get up and put forth an effort to make whatever it is you're praying or thinking or contemplating come into existence. They remonstrated with Kyle Rittenhouse case when they picked the almost white jury. They're out to let you know that that one Oreo cookie that they leave on the jury, he's going to go along with the majority. Because for the most part, she has an inferiority complex. Most blacks, they got this concept that European white folks is God, or God's chosen people, God's children. So they're going to go along with the European Caucasian whites, in spite of the fact that the evidence clearly demonstrates that a crime has been committed. And maybe I should have used another term, but I just said Oreo cookie because they have the inferiority complex. They're going to go along just to get along. Like Brother George Jackson said in his book, Solidarity Brother, they need to take off their rose-colored glasses and start pretending that everything is all right or not so bad after all. I mean, it's sad. Here we are in the 2021, soon to be 2022. And these individuals wrapped in black still refuse to see the light. How many more are going to have to be murdered? Blacks, that is. Even Trayvon Martin's situation. Look at what they did. They acquitted this man. He ran down a 17-year-old child and murdered him. He hadn't did anything. Just walking through the area with a cup of tea and a pack of Skittles, and was gunned down. What did the jury do? They call these people rational fact finders. How in the hell can they be rational fact finders when they sit and let these vicious murderers go free? When the evidence is overwhelming that they committed a gruesome, horrendous crime. I know some people that, well, one brother, his name Johnny Fortner, he was in the car asleep. I believe he was about 16. When his friend went into a store and robbed and murdered the clerk. They also charged him with armed robbery and murder. And the jury convicted him. And he was given a life sentence. This man was in the car asleep, didn't even know what had happened. So I painted that picture to show that Roddy Bryant, he's not innocent. This man was innocent. He was in the car asleep. This man was in a truck, driving the truck, helping to chase, run down Ahmaud so that he could be murdered. Because he certainly didn't ask him to get in the truck. He didn't even ask what was going on. He just seen that the European Caucasian McMichaels, and by him being a European Caucasian, he automatically got on the side with them. So don't be shocked nor surprised if they are acquitted. The same thing with Rittenhouse. I said that in about 7 or 8 days ago in a video that Rittenhouse was going to be acquitted because he's their hero. That's right. The McMichaels is their hero because they are out to murder a black. It is a badge of honor when they go out and murder a black. The only thing with Rittenhouse situation, he murdered 2 Caucasians and attempted to murder a third one. But they don't like the fact that they was out protesting because this black man had been shot by a racist cop in the back 7 times. They felt like they shouldn't have been there. Now let's look at this from another angle. Why haven't the Fed got involved? This man came across state lines with a weapon of mass destruction, murdered 2 people, and almost murdered a third. That's a federal offense. And what happened? I knew it was some foul play when the prosecution never indicted his mother for bringing him across state line. If there had been a black child whose mother brought him across state line, she would have been charged with the same crime as he, and they would have been convicted ASAP. And here it is. Even when they have, this just go to show you when they have concrete evidence, why does it take the jury so long to deliberate? They seen the video, the way they murdered Ahmaud. There's no question as to who pulled the trigger. There's no question of who was driving the other truck. There's no question that one of the McMichaels had a pistol. So what is that the jury is deliberating on when the evidence is right there before their eyes? The prosecution in this case did a poor job, if you ask me, because the racism that was carried out during the jury selection. Why didn't they take an interlocutory appeal? The judge even acknowledged that it wasn't right, but he didn't take it upon himself to do anything about it. And some of the other things that went on in interlocutory appeal should have been taken, but the prosecution failed to do that. And then they wanted to be quiet. They didn't want to be quiet. They was quiet in regards to racism. The crime was racially motivated. And that should have been highlighted. That these guys, vigilantes, basically, it was racially motivated. You don't have to be a wizard to figure that out, because other people went into that house undergoing construction. They didn't go out and kill them, run them down and kill them. No. If Ahmaud Arbery was a Caucasian white person, he would still be alive, because the McMichaels would not have went out and ran him down and murdered him. And then this prosecutor, see, they all play their part. She got the damn audacity to talk about this man's toenail. What in the hell did his toenails have anything to do with him being murdered? I mean, she made it appear that the murder was justified because of his toenails. It is absurd and ridiculous that she would bring something like that into the picture, coupled with the fact that, well, let's see who's going to take their lawyers that's representing that's representing Ahmaud Arbery's family. Let's see if any of them going to file a complaint against those defense attorneys. One that attacked the black pastors, the other, and all of them basically have been trying to make it appear that Ahmaud Arbery murder was justified. They have violated their oath of office, the oath that they took under the United States Constitution. Those people are malevolent, they're malignant-hearted, they're racist to the extreme, they're black-hearted, and they have demonstrated that they don't have no love, no respect for black people. So you better wake up, black folks. You're running out every 4 years, voting for another slave master to carry the baton for 4 or 8 years. You need to be complaining about a piece of this land. Our messenger said the land is 57,255,000 square miles. We need a piece of this earth. It's time to separate. If you don't want to separate, then you have tacitly approved of these villains, these racists, to murder your children, your grandchildren, your great-grandchildren. It's going to go on and on and on. In reality, they want to uproot and eradicate the black race altogether. And that's what they're working on. That's what they're waiting for, the time that they can go out and do it. And there have been people being captured saying this. I'm not exaggerating. But you don't want to separate from this evilness, because these people are not going to change. And your prayers damn sure ain't going to make them change. They've been killing people since the beginning. So how in the hell do you think your prayer is going to make something happen any different than those that prayed before you? I reiterate, prayer without action don't mean nothing. Now let's make this damn video go viral. You make them go viral when there's a naked woman